Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mex Mundo kitchen. Today's recipe is super simple, super fast, but super useful. And it's how to make mullein and eucalyptus tea, which is super useful for colds, coughs, flu, asthma, bronchitis. It's a really wonderful tea to drink, and I hope it's useful in your house. The ingredients you need to prepare your eucalyptus and mullein tea are eucalyptus leaves, and mullein. The type I'm using is basically the flowers, not so much the leaves. You also need water, and optional, you're going to need honey if you want to sweeten your tea. Okay, so before we get started, for those of you that do not know what mullein plant is, it's this big, kind of like a bush that sprouts out this big flower. It's really pretty, at least I think so. And in my case, I used both the flowers and the leaves. I get it already crushed, the flowers and the leaves. They come in packages. So mine basically has a lot of flowers in it. And eucalyptus, I think most of you guys can know where it is, and you imagine the koalas eating it. And it's a more easy ingredient for most people to know. And well, this recipe is super simple. All we have to do is we're going to boil water. In my case, it's about half a liter. I eyeballed it. And what I'm going to do is, it's all just no measuring needed. I'm just going to use these 3 fingers and pinch a bit out. If I had to calculate an amount, I would say it's about a teaspoon. And you put that in your water. And also with the eucalyptus, mine is crushed. You can use full leaves. And for this, I'm going to be using 2 pinches. My eucalyptus comes from one of my aunt's farms, and this one even has little pieces of wood in it. It's super natural. I put everything in there, the pieces of wood, the leaves, everything goes in there. So I put 2 pinches of this, and I let it boil between 5 to 10 minutes. It depends how strong you want the tea. If you don't like having the flowers and the leaves floating in the water, you can always use a tea strainer. There's all these really pretty nice different ones you can use, you can get online. And in my case, I don't mind. After the boiling time passes, I just strain it into my cup. And I like adding honey to it. This is completely optional. You can sweeten your tea with sugar, with honey, whatever you like. But honey is really good also for when you have a cold, when you have a cough. It also aids you. So if you don't want it to be too sweet, you can just add a little bit, but it will help soothe your throat. So I do highly recommend it. And that's how easy this recipe is. Okay, so we are done making this super simple tea. Let me show you guys my beautiful cup pour I poured it in. These cups are made by a Mexican that lives in Sweden. She's super talented. I've bought a lot of things from her. She's amazing. And well, I thought I would show you guys the cup I'm using. Before I forget, something else you can do with the tea is the steam that's coming out. The eucalyptus is really good, so you can be breathing it, and you can just put a towel over your head and breathe in that steam. It helps open up your nose, so if it's very stuffy, it's really wonderful. I really recommend it. Just do it carefully. And this tea honestly is great. My husband often has had coughs which are very persistent, and this is like his go-to tea. It always works. It's very fast, very efficient, and like you saw, it's very simple to make. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoy this delicious tea.